historic bed and breakfast in St. Augustine is mourning the loss of one of their employees. The employee's name was Zeke, and this wasn't your typical employee. Our Elizabeth Campbell has more on why this person, or not person, why this Zeke character was such a big deal.
The building we're sitting in was built in 1791, and it was built originally by a Spanish soldier as a private home for his family. His name was Gaspar Garcia.
Owner and innkeeper of the St. Francis Inn, Joe Finnegan, loves talking about the history of this special place. He says the building eventually made its way into the hands of the Dummett family, becoming known as the Garcia Dummett House.
In 1845, Anna Dummett, part of that famous Dummett family, converted the property from a private residence to a lodging facility. But she needed some income, so she started taking in travelers and visitors, tourists as we would call them today.
From 1845 forward, the house would stay in the lodging industry, eventually being named the St. Francis Inn.
The park across the street is the St. Francis Park. The street outside is St. Francis Street. So the owners in 1948 decided to call it the St. Francis Inn, and all the owners since then have continued with that name.
Joe and his wife have owned the building since 1985. He prides himself on the history and the staff, but this little guy made the inn even more special.
Zeke was here before I was, so I met him 6 years ago when I started working. I have 2 cats at home, so right away I was kind of drawn to him.
Food and beverage manager Janice Leary says Zeke made the St. Francis Inn his home about 11 or 12 years ago.
Very personable cat, always around, greeted me every morning at my car. I kept treats in there. So he'd have his little treats, and then in the afternoon when I leave, he'd come and get some more treats.
She says not only did Zeke connect with employees, but guests as well.
Most of them loved him. Anybody that's an animal person, because he was friendly, he was tolerant. Kids who usually can't pet cats because cats are generally afraid of them, he didn't mind.
Inn manager Kelly Brooks says Zeke would collect more presents at Christmas time than anyone else at the inn.
People would send Christmas presents to Zeke, and under our tree we'd have all these presents to him. Even just randomly during the year we'd get gifts, new beds, new food bowls, toys, treats. Guests would go out to dinner and they would bring back dinner for Zeke. So he was very spoiled.
When Zeke wasn't loving on employees or greeting guests, he enjoyed spending time in this garden across the street from the inn. Master gardener for the inn, Jill Zebel, was honored when they asked her to dedicate this garden to Zeke and fill it with plants that symbolized his life.
He was a blue Russian cat, so he was gray and he had blue eyes, and I'm just grateful for knowing Zeke. He was so special and just always welcomed me and gave a little purr.
Joe encourages anyone in the area to stop by Zeke's Garden, saying it has a special meaning, even if you never had the pleasure of meeting him.
The Zeke Garden is very attractive, and if you stop by and one of our staff happened to be around, they can tell you a lot of stories about Zeke. We have a very small plaque there, as you will see.
If you're interested in learning more about Zeke, the garden, or the history behind the St. Francis Inn, you can visit their website at stfrancisinn.com. Reporting from St. Augustine, I'm Elizabeth Campbell for River City Live.
All right, so Zeke died in February, and they held a private memorial to help bring some closure. Now, there is another cat that joined a couple years ago, and the cat is called Bootsy. And Bootsy has some big shoes to fill in order to replace Zeke. All right, now let's check in with Eden.